Hey guys, what I'd like to do in this video is talk about something that I see coming up again and again in Discord communities in cryptocurrency. I'm seeing a lot of people talking about community coins. I'm seeing it all the time. I've seen it a lot recently just with different things that happen where someone in a Discord group will say our coin is a community coin. And I think that term is being misused, and I think a lot of people misunderstand what it actually means. You know, the term community coin, for me it refers to a coin that is driven by the community as far as all the important decisions, as far as development, as far as everything. Now you can refer back to the way that Bitcoin was developed. More recently, one of the coins that I looked at, 0xBTC, that was a community coin where there was no pre-mine, there was no ICO, there was nothing, which, when they came to actually investing and getting money for an exchange, they had to all come together. I would say that's a very good example of a community coin, where there's not one person leading the show, there's multiple people contributing to the code, and they're doing it all free of charge. There's no one that's got a large volume of coins, like a pre-mine or an ICO or anything like that. It's a community coin. But I've seen this come up time and time again. Now, when I talked about the Bitcoin private issue, they had an issue with the Treasury where some funds had sent to an exchange and all this. Now, I covered that in a video a few weeks ago. One of the things I kept seeing coming up and up again was people saying Bitcoin private is a community coin. And they kept saying Bitcoin private is a community coin. Now, I'm using Bitcoin private as an example, but I've seen this in so many coins. Now, in the video the other day, I talked about how I'm joining the Safecoin team, and I'm seeing a lot of people saying it there as well. Now, Safecoin does have many elements which are community driven. For example, the exchange, they're using a voting system so that the community can vote which coins actually get added to the exchange. So there's lots of things like that, and there's lots of decisions that are being made that are coming from the community. But I know, just looking at the way that Safecoin is structured, that yes, there are many elements that are community driven, but there's many elements that aren't. For example, you can look at one of the most important decisions that Jeff, the founder of Safecoin, is making just now, which is what algorithm the coin is going to move to. So because of all the Z9 mini ASIC miners, they're going to move from Equihash, and they're looking at Lyra 2Z, but they're also looking at the Equihash one, where it just changes the parameters and requires a little bit more memory. And they've looked at a few other ones. Now, Jeff and the team are people who look at what people are suggesting. They look at the discussions. They've added certain rooms in the Discord groups, and they've said, hey, we want your feedback on this. We want to listen to what you guys have to say about this, which is good. And I think this is something that every coin should do. But ultimately, all of these important decisions are being made by the team. And I think that's the same for Bitcoin private. People were talking about, they wanted an audit with Bitcoin private. And I see this, as I said, I've seen this in other coins where people say this is a community coin, we should decide what exchange we get added to and all that. Now, I see this being added, but I think I see this being said time and time again that we are a community coin, our coin is a community coin. But I do think it's kind of misused because it just seems that lots of people have a different interpretation of what it means. And to me, when I think of a community coin, I think of something like Bitcoin or something like, as I said, 0xBTC, where it's community driven. There's not one person that owns it. Everyone's contributing, everyone's making important decisions, and there's not a huge pre-mine or an ICO or anything like that. That's what I think a community coin is. Clearly other people think differently. But what I would say about all of this is being a community coin isn't always the best thing to be. I don't think it is. There's lots of cliches about this, too many cooks spoil the broth and all that kind of thing. But I think that is very true, because I've seen this in lots of Discord groups when they're trying to make important decisions, and lots of people are trying to discuss the issue, and no one is making a decision. Now, I'm not saying that I want a dictatorship. I'm not saying I want every coin to be a dictatorship. There are benefits to being a community coin and all that. But sometimes I think it is really good to have someone who's steering the ship. And you obviously saw it, the way that businesses are structured. Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, these guys ultimately dictate where the company went, the direction of the company. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I do think that when you've got lots of people making important decisions, you're going to have lots of people disagree. And, you know, I see that in Safecoin, people are saying certain things, I'm like, I disagree on this, someone disagrees with me on another subject, but ultimately you need someone above us to say, no, we're going to go with this one, you know, we're going to make this decision, we're going to go down this path. And I think with a community coin, sometimes decisions that have to be made quickly aren't being made quickly. Now, with the 0xBTC, I did see that because they didn't have a pre-mine, because they didn't have an ICO, you could say it's fairer, you could say it's a true community coin. But I also saw that when they were trying to get onto an exchange, well, you know, the money's not sitting there. They have to all pull together and they have to all work together to get on an exchange. Now, they are doing that, and they are, you know, they're getting on another exchange and all that now. But it just shows you that sometimes, you know, if there was someone there leading the ship, someone there, you know, making difficult decisions and saying, no, this is what we're doing, right or wrong, this is what we're doing, they might have been on an exchange a month ago, you know. But there's pros and cons to you know, the way that a coin is structured and the way that the hierarchy as far as who decides what to do and who's got the authority to do what. But a lot of people keep saying community coins, a coin is a community coin, and they keep saying it over and over in Discord. But in my opinion, they're saying this about coins which aren't community coins. But I also think, you know, to kind of summarise my thoughts on this video, is I also think that a community coin isn't always the best thing for a coin to be. I really do think there's lots of benefits to having, you know, someone at the top making important decisions, maybe someone at the other, you know, someone important making decisions about development, and then someone taking important decisions about, maybe decisions about marketing or exchanges or managing the community, you know, being the manager of the Discord group or the Twitter account and things like that. There's lots of benefits to having a structure. It's not to say that people who, you know, voice their opinions, like miners and traders and all, their opinion should be valued. And, you know, I'm hoping that any coin that I'm invested in and that I mine, that my opinion does matter. But ultimately, I think it's good when someone or a group of people make the important decisions and they stick to it. I'd like to know what you think about this, guys, so please do leave a comment below, and I'll speak to you all in the next one. Cheers.